Hello everyone, my name is Chance Button and welcome back to the StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm campaign. In the last episode, we got ambushed by the Dominion who managed to track us down so that they could try and kill us, and we ended up getting separated from James Raynor. And everyone else, on board the Hyperion, Prince Valerian, Matt Horner, and everyone, they had to go ahead and retreat from the Dominion forces, or else everybody was going to get killed, with the idea that they would circle back eventually and try and find Raynor. But Kerrigan, entirely fed up with everyone else, set off on her own and went down to the planet's surface. So now we will get to follow her and try and figure out how she intends to find Raynor and avoid the Dominion forces. So we need to apparently destroy the Draken pulse cannon, it says on the mission objectives. I do not remember what that means. It takes 3 drones to optimally harvest a single mineral field or Vespene geyser. Having enough harvesters is vital to building a powerful army. Oh yeah, I haven't had to think about that since they implemented counters to keep track of your harvesting. But there are 3 drones per mineral patch, ideally. That's something you had to think about more in StarCraft I before there were counters. Actually, in Wings of Liberty, there might have been not have been counters before Heart of the Swarm. I can't remember anymore when that was introduced.
Detecting Dominion forces and a Zerg hive cluster.
Yeah, there must be an old hive here. I'm more worried about the Dominion.
Ground team, this is Fleet. What is your status?
Fleet, our base is set up and the Draken pulse cannon is almost online.
Roger that. Eliminate all stragglers as they warp to these coordinates. We'll return for you. Fleet out.
That cannon will take out Jim's ship as soon as he enters orbit. He'll never see it coming. Set course for the Zerg hive cluster. I need an army.
Well, that's one way of doing things. Use the Zerg. It's like the only person in the universe who has that option.
I can sense a mind controlling this brood. Who are you?
My queen, I am MacLeod, a brood mother. You created us to extend your control of the swarm. Have you returned to us?
I'm not your queen and I haven't returned. But I need your brood to destroy the Terran cannon right now.
Most of my brood is with me. I can send them to you, but it will take time.
Then send them. When they arrive, we'll tear down that cannon before Jim gets here. Meanwhile, I'm going to prepare this hive for combat. The Dominion would have tracked my ship and they'll be looking for me.
So now we can build, well, I was going to say a fully functional Zerg base. I don't know if it's going to be fully functional or not.
Okay. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. The first thing I need is a spawning pool. What is it?
Because this is still kind of a tutorial, we don't have complete access to everything. We'll gain access to more and more things as the story goes on. So we'll start constructing a spawning pool, which will allow us to build Zerglings, these little guys right here, who are the foot soldiers of the Zerg army. And we will build more drones so that we can get our economy up and running. Now, from the last episode, we learned about the Zerglings, which are the foot soldiers, and we learned about overlords, who function in a manner like Terran supply depots, in that they provide a higher supply limit, allowing us to train more units.
We found Kerrigan. She's holed up in a Zerg base. We're going in. Send reinforcements.
The Dominion found us. They're going to hit us hard.
So we'll have to use a combination of Zerglings and Sarah Kerrigan to be able to take down the enemy forces. Kerrigan is really powerful, and so we'll be able to help with that immensely.
Right.
Okay, those guys are basically dead. Now, we have an evolution...
I should make Zerglings from the larva at my hatchery.
Perhaps, yeah. It's a question about what to do first, priorities. I guess maybe we need some more Zerglings, or maybe not, not sure. Yeah, I guess we'll get some more Zerglings to replace the ones we just
remember
lost.
spine crawlers. I can mutate them from drones.
That is correct.
When the Dominion arrived, they drove some of my brood into caves. They will rejoin us. if we can kill the Terran soldiers guarding the cave entrances.
What is it? Right.
So this evolution chamber allows us to get upgrades, like the
Pushing
Zerg
ahead.
or the Terran engineering bay, and these spine crawlers serve as anti-ground defensive structures for the Zerg. Similarly,
Your brood can harvest Vespene at maximum efficiency if you order 3 drones to the extractor.
this structure here, highlighted in blue, is a spore crawler, which is an anti-air defensive structure. Now, this unit we've morphed in the center here is a Zerg Queen. It can do a couple of things, and apparently injecting larvae is not one of them. In the multiplayer they can inject larvae. Apparently this queen can't do that for some reason, I don't know. But we can spread out our creep, which is this stuff on the ground all over the place, using the queen, by spawning creep tumors. I wish that we could use the queen to spawn larvae. Ordinarily, you just use them to get more larvae at your base so that you could build more units. But I don't know why that's not happening right now. Maybe it's something we can do later, or maybe it's just not something they let you do in the campaign. I do not know.
Head.
There are a bunch of wraiths here, so we'll lead them towards our air defense, and then we'll take them out. Can we get any other units right now? No, we can't. We're restricted to just Zerglings and Queens and defensive structures. That is fine. Well, the next thing we're going to have to do is build another hatchery so that we can get more larvae quickly. And we will build some more overlords so we can build a larger army. And there is the cave that houses the additional Zerg forces.
What is it? This is
So
Kerrigan.
let's maybe
Safety's
start
off.
working our way over towards that cave, and we'll spread our creep in
Yeah,
that direction
I hear
to make
you.
things easier.
There are more Zerglings in this cave, my queen.
I gotcha.
So now the Naktul.
Stand back up! Being attacked! Need backup! Now!
Naktul has pointed out a cave with additional
Dominion
Zerglings.
approaching from the north.
Let's leave these guys to... Let's leave that bunker to burn down and quickly retreat back to our base to
Covering
help deal
ground.
with the additional forces that are coming our way. We need to build more Zerglings to replace the ones we've lost. And our
Say
first
again?
attack upgrade is
Work
on
to
its
be
way. We need some more creep tumors because the Dominion are destroying
Safety's
them.
off. Heading out.
Now these Hellions are transforming between Hellion mode and Hellbat mode. Hellbats are walking vehicles that deal additional damage and have, I think they deal additional damage, but they certainly have
Safety's
additional
off.
armor and health. So a Hellion
it?
we saw in the first campaign is a
On the
light
same
fast strike
page.
unit, which is good against Zerglings
Heading out.
and other light biological units. And the Hellbat is a slightly more durable thing for marching at the
This is
front line of an
Kerrigan.
army.
Covering ground.
So we'll want to watch
again?
for those units in future. Those are new to the Heart of the Swarm expansion pack.
On the same page.
But now we should have enough units that we can take out the
Pushing
Dominion
ahead.
forces in front of this cave and get some additional
Come out of
Zerglings.
hiding, Zerglings. Fight for your queen.
Alright, excellent. Now let's get them back to base before we lose too much to the enemy here. Because right now we are in danger of losing that hatchery. Go, Zerglings! And more Zerglings spawning! They're all the Zerglings. Okay, we have a fairly big army now. And we are going to need to build some more static defenses. So there's a ramp here. We'll build some more spine crawlers at the
What is
top
it?
of it. Using some of our drones here. Remember that drones are consumed when constructing buildings, so we need to build some more drones to replace the ones we're using to make structures. And our static defenses here are not quite fully static, they are a little bit mobile. We can uproot spine crawlers and spore crawlers and move them to a new location where they can then take root and attack anything that comes by. So we'll just build up a line of spine crawlers and spore crawlers on either side of our base to help defend. And we should also build a few more spore crawlers in the center of the map in case any more wraiths come by. We've got the level 1...
There is a large Dominion force on its way to the Hive Cluster.
We've got the level 1 grounds melee attack upgrades finished. And so now we can start working on the carapace upgrades so our units have more defense and live longer. Fortunately, because this is the early part of the campaign, it will not let us go on to higher levels of upgrades just yet.
Pushing ahead.
So we'll have to be a bit patient and waiting for that.
Covering ground.
Alright, let's start pushing out. We'll build some more Zerglings, and we'll start pushing out towards the other cave that contains reinforcements. And we'll also push out the boundaries of our creep, because creep gives us vision, regeneration, increased movement speed, and it's just a good idea as the Zerg to have as much creep as possible. And I've also just learned that we cannot use Crushing Grip to stun the units inside of a bunker. Oh, Dominion forces rapidly approaching. We need to retreat to where we have some more Zerglings. Okay, good. Now we should be able to take them out, I think, if we have enough. It's not really clear. But we can build some more Zerglings to reinforce, and then we will certainly have enough.
There are more Zerglings in this cave, my queen.
So the big thing about the Zerg is that they just overwhelm with sheer numbers. By the way, I should also point out that if Kerrigan dies, all is not lost. She will well,
heading out.
Maybe.
On the same
At least
page.
later in the campaign, she will respawn.
You have recovered part of the brood. Rise, my children.
I don't know about this early in the campaign,
off.
though.
Right.
So we may have to see about that. I would rather not put it to the test if I don't have to. Now, another ability that queens have is Transfuse, which means they can increase the life of another unit. Or, well, they can heal another unit, not increase max life. And apparently they use it automatically. I didn't realize that. So this queen is currently healing Sarah Kerrigan. So actually, we might want to build a couple of additional queens just so that we have additional healing capacity. And we will evolve missile attacks, increasing our ground ranged damage so that the queens can do a little bit more. Now these spine crawlers are holding off nicely, but we're going to lose a spine crawler to this attacking force. Still, they did a lot of damage and didn't take too much. So we can just replace that spine crawler and we will be good. And we have a whole new batch of overlords finished, so let's build as many Zerglings as possible.
The worms are tunneling to you right now. My brood will be there soon.
Okay, we have 3 minutes till the reinforcements get here. And in the meantime, we will push forward towards this other cave opening to get more reinforcements.
We got Zerg!
And there are a lot of Dominion forces up here, actually. In fact, maybe we should have gone the other way to get to the cave. Because the cave is just somewhere in the darkness. I wasn't really sure which path to take to get to it.
Say again?
Alright, let's pull some more Zerglings into our army. And just keep destroying everything. And hopefully there's a way to get around to this cave somehow.
The Hive Cluster is under attack.
Oh, and they're attacking our other defenses. With a Thor. Alright, well some Zerglings should be able to help with that. Despite how big it is, being as strong as a Thor is, you'd think that it would have no trouble with the Zerglings. But actually, Zerglings are reasonably effective against them. Oh, retreat! Retreat, Zerglings! You can't take down all those Marines.
Say again?
Only a short time before my Nidus worms bring reinforcements.
Alright, let's retreat our forces from up here. We can spread creep forward to give us increased movement speed and vision and all that. And we will get our main army back to where they can help with what's going on this side. We'll need a couple more drones to replace some of the defensive structures we lost. Oh, we're being attacked on the other side of the map now.
Pushing ahead.
no matter. All we have to do is hold on for 50 seconds, and then we will get a massive amount of reinforcements. So, if we can't exactly push out at the moment because we're a bit pinned down, it's not too much of a problem.
The same
Oh,
day.
timer's up. How much is this?
My brood has come! They are yours to command, my queen!
Perfect. Now let's get up to their base and destroy that cannon before Jim arrives.
Alright, that's a fairly good number. Oh, and we've got more back
If you
here.
wish to command all of your forces in battle, there is a way to control them all at once.
Oh, now they enable this button. I've been wondering this whole time why that button doesn't work. It's because they wouldn't let me use the control all your forces button until now. Well, that's stupid.
Heading out.
If I know that button exists, I should be able to use it. Oh well. Let's keep expanding the creep, I guess. No, I seem to have lost control of the creep tumor on this side of the map. So we won't be able to do that. We can push forward here, though, and rescue the Zerglings from this cave. And produce some more Zerglings. And we can just sweep over the entire map and devastate everything. Where's Kerrigan?
More of my Zerglings!
Here she
The
is.
brood grows stronger!
We want to move Kerrigan up towards the front so we can use more of her abilities. Like, we'll kinetic blast that bunker to help bring it down quickly and take minimal damage. And always be building more Zerglings. It's more important with the Zerg than anyone else to always be building units, although it is one of the most important things with anybody to always be building more units. We can see the total number of units in our army by looking at the
Pushing ahead.
hotkey for 1 in the
Right.
kind of to the right of the map and sort of the lower
Work to
left-hand
be
corner
done.
of the screen. I'll zoom it up so people can see.
Ready for action.
And
I gotcha.
me sitting here editing this later after the
Covering
fact is
ground.
going to hate myself for adding so many times when I've got to edit things in.
Sweeping.
But zoomed up, you can see the little icon, and there's a counter there that says how many units are in the hotkey control group. That is the current size of our army. So we've got 100 units and falling because we're in battle at the moment. But we can spawn many more Zerglings to get that number back up. I wish the AI was a little bit smarter, though, about distributing my forces to deal more damage, but it's not. And have I gone to somewhere we're not supposed to be? It doesn't look like there's anything here. It looks like a dead end. Did I go the wrong way? I went the
Heading
wrong way.
out.
We were supposed to cross that bridge. Never mind. On the way to the
Say
bridge
again?
now, rectifying the problem.
Worked.
We're back up to 111
This
units.
is Kerrigan.
And building more.
On the same page.
And here we go. Alright, kinetic blast a bunker. Help bring it down. Oh.
Zerg! Defend the cannon!
Maybe should have used that kinetic blast on a tank instead of a bunker. But we can do it now. And that other tank will probably just die to Zerglings before too much time passes. Oh, thankfully, more reinforcements.
I have arrived. All of my brood is here to serve you.
Kerrigan moves very slowly. I keep trying to kinetic blast things that are too far away, and then it takes forever to actually run to them. Let's focus fire the cannon, because that will be the end of the mission. Objective completed. I think, or do we have to destroy everything? Nope, that's it.
The gun is destroyed! The Terrans are fleeing to their ships!
Kill them all. No one gets out alive.
Yes! The Queen has returned! Kill the Terrans!
The Queen? You're right. I was slipping back into something that... I have to get out of here.
Well, at least she's realizing the danger.
We will await your return.
Okay, victory for the second mission. So now we have learned that we can control a massive number of Zerg, and there is no limit to what we can do. Or so it would appear. And that's very dangerous. But what is next?
Jim, are you on this frequency? Jim, are you out there? I'm at the rendezvous. It's all clear here. I've been thinking about what you said. There's something dark in me, Jim. I need you. I need you to hear me right now.
How'd that thing get in?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this news. Notorious rebel Jim Raynor was captured in a daring raid yesterday. He was briefly interrogated and summarily executed. Emperor Mengsk had this to say.
Proud Dominion citizens, at long last our nightmare is over. The lawless terrorist James Raynor is dead. With his death comes a new era of peace. The Protoss have retreated from our dominion, and the Zerg threat has been removed. Their swarm is shattered and leaderless. Soon, we will eradicate every last Zerg on Char. In short, we have won. Our peace and security is assured. Good night, my faithful subjects.
Mengsk.
Navigation online. Destination Zerg space. Confirm.
Confirmed.
That was not a very wise broadcast to make before apprehending Kerrigan. Oh dear. Raynor was the one thing holding her to humanity and to sanity, and now she hears he's gone. That is not going to be good for anyone. So we have an option here of Kaldir or Char? Weren't we just on Kaldir?
Intercepted Dominion transmissions indicate the Zerg swarm has been split into factions. A brood mother named Nafash took her brood to the frozen moon of Calder. Recent reports indicate a Protoss presence there. There is a high likelihood that Nafash is fighting the Protoss for control of Calder. Her brood is believed to contain highly evolved, dangerous Zerg organisms.
The Roach and the Hydralisk. Those are both very important units for the Zerg composition.
Part of the swarm is on Char, under the command of a broodmother named Sagara. She is fighting a running battle against General Warfield's Dominion forces.
Okay, well, Baneling and Aberration. Interesting, but I don't think we need them right away. Baneling's just an explosive suicide unit that takes out groups of things. And Aberration I haven't used much. They're some kind of heavy frontline unit. But I think Roaches and Hydralisks are fairly standard units for the Zerg, and we should get them as soon as possible. So in the next episode, we will go to Kaldir and try and reclaim Nafash's brood. In the meanwhile, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.
Oh look, by repeatedly spam clicking everything, I get monkeys.
Because I'm pretty sure that there's a monster back there. Oh, he's right there! Oh, God, I ran the wrong way! I ran the wrong way! Oh. That could have saved me. Oh. 100 times right now. Oh. Why?